What's up, y'all? Good morning, Joe. Cheers. Yeah, that tasted good. Let's get another drink. All right, so today's a response video from a comment I got from a good buddy of mine. I started doing my response videos to you guys, asking me questions about what you want to learn from me, right? And I made a video about, my suggestions for PC specs for editing and stuff like that, right? And, thanks guys. It's been received well, On that video, I want to respond to a comment that my buddy here said. This is Ryan Duma. He's totally joking, right? I'm aware of that. I'm not taking offense to this, so please don't think he's being offensive. I already know him. We chat before. He's a buddy of mine. And he says, step 1, make friends with PC guy like Paul. Step 2, have friends spec and build PC for you. Step 3, profit, LOL. He's joking, all right? I want to make sure I make that clear. He's totally joking with me. I'm not taking any offense to this. I'm not attacking him, right? But the reason why I want to make a response video about this comment is because I think that's something that maybe a lot of people, especially when you're self-employed, and me as a guy, we don't seem to learn a lot, or specifically when you're young, right? Something at least I learned growing up, running a business with my dad and just dealing with shit is that one of the best things that you can learn for yourself, honestly, is to definitely value yourself, respect yourself, and also put yourself in a position of being able to walk away. Now, I think that's something that's not really taught, growing up, working in the construction business, it was always kind of any sign of weakness or whatever, you get criticized. If you complain about something, you're like, oh, you're just being a bitch, you're being weak, I don't know what. You're not as for a guy, it's almost like you're not allowed to express yourself, that you're not happy in a situation whatsoever. You're just supposed to shut the fuck up and deal with it, right? And yeah, no, I don't want to ever encourage anyone to live like that, all right? Because I did that for years, and yeah, if I would have known then what I know now, I definitely would have left the job that I had back in the day because I was not happy. I just toughed it out because that's what I was raised to do. Tough it out. Fuck that. I got a couple of stories I want to share. Now, before I started working with Paul, I bought myself an iMac, because I didn't know anything about PCs, and I was editing off that thing for the longest time, right? And it worked. It was a piece of shit, compared to what I have now, right? But I still work with it, and I learned what I needed to learn using that iMac, right? I watched tutorials and all that stuff, right? Going into school, I started to network people. I made business cards to try to try to get involved with every project that I can, right? I actually got involved with 2 film groups, right? One film group, we actually had a Facebook group page that we developed on Facebook before I stopped using that shit. And basically it was just everybody, they're all film students, right? They're all kind of networking. They're actors, musicians, and video game developers and shit like that. So the whole idea of that group was that whenever we have an idea for a project, if we want to film something, we'll post it on the group and everybody's like, all right, cool, let's help each other out, right? And I did that. I helped edit some VFX. I did some editing work for them and stuff like that. A lot of them were students, going to college, mainly the university. So I helped them edit a lot of their school projects for them and shit like that. Something else I was doing is I was trying to find work, actual paid work. So I went on Craigslist. I searched local media studios around me, film studios. I actually did find a few, and I started knocking on doors. I had some people get mad at me for showing up to their place actually because they're busy working. I just took up some of their time, but like I said, I was desperate. I was looking for work, right? I made a reel, I shared it out. I did get a response actually. There was 2 situations that stuck out to me the most. One, there was actually this one studio that they make commercials, and they were probably half hour away from me, right? I found them. I went there, I talked to them, and they're all, yeah, they had a green screen room. They actually had a red camera, and they actually had 4 PCs, set up, and they wanted someone that knows how to do some VFX work, right? So they got me on board, but they told me that they say they wanted to test me out, right? So they had a budget for $200. And they wanted to see how we work together, right? So for a week straight, keep this in mind, a fucking week straight, 7 days straight, I worked at these guys' studios for 10-hour days, right? And then towards the end of the week, I talked to the guy. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, I'm willing to work for you more, this and that, but I need more I would like to be paid, you know, what's your budget, whatever. And like guys are like, oh, actually I don't really have a budget. Basically he just needed help to get some work done for like the week, and then he just gave me $200, right? So yeah, let's do some fucking math there, right? You know, 7 days, 10 hours each day. Obviously that's 70 hours, you know, for $200, 200 divided by 70. So technically for that week I worked for $2.86, you know. Yeah, that was a lesson learned. Shit. There was another studio that I found nearby where, again, the guy, he wanted like a VFX artist, but he's putting a lot of money into starting like a kid's TV show, right? Like, it had to do with dreams and fairies and all this shit, right? But the thing is, he didn't have any money to fucking pay people, but he wanted help. And that's one thing I learned early on with this kind of fucking business, is that everybody has a vision, everybody has a high budget for their projects, you know, pay maybe actors, locations, rent cameras, you know, maybe pay a makeup artist and all that shit, but they never have a budget for people that are working with them. Say in my case, the editor, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's like they have a budget for everything else except for the people that are gonna put it together for you, right? It's like, yeah, you have money to buy the ingredients to make food, but you don't have money, or you don't want to pay the chef to put the shit together, right? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. So that's something I experienced early on when it comes to, like, you know, looking for work. Eventually I started working with Paul little by little, right? Just like one project here and there, you know, it wasn't consistent. And I remember one time that he actually took me out to eat, right, for lunch. We went to like a Chili's, and we're sitting there talking, and like I don't know, I guess somehow I brought up that I had like all these other projects scattered around helping people and this and that, right? And then Paul asked me like, how much are they paying me, right? And I told him that at the moment, we're just helping each other out. So that, yeah, there wasn't money involved, right? And I'm never gonna forget this, because like when I said that, he actually had this like look of almost like disappointment. And the reason why he had got that look was because he was actually paying me per video. And whereas all these other people, I was helping them out, but they weren't paying me, right? And that really stuck with me, and I kind of made me realize I need to fucking reevaluate my situation, right? You know, I have all these other people that I'm helping out, sure, but, you know, they keep offering me, oh, I have a class project to do. Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that, right? But I'm not getting any money out of it. Paul over here is actually paying me per video, you know, at the time, and he also helped me by loaning me a PC, you know, when I started working with him that he had, you know, available. So that day I got home and I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is bullshit. What the fuck, you know? So I decided, I went to my Facebook group page friends, and I told them, I'm like, you know what? I cannot work for free anymore. I need you guys to like either pay me something. I didn't even say a lot. I'm like, dude, just give me something, right? Just like help me compensate for my time. Everyone that I fucking knew stopped contacting me. That was bullshit. Just to let you know the situation, how people can be, right? It sucked, but at the same time, I'm glad that happened, right? Because I realized, yes, I need to make friends with someone like Paul. He's actually was willing to pay me, you know, and he also helped me out with my PC stuff. Now with the whole like PC building and the specs and all that shit, like that I was not expecting in any manner. That's just how cool of a Paul guy is, and like that fact that he's a PC guy, it benefited me obviously, but like I was not planning that in any manner, right? I just started to focus more on helping Paul because, you know, I liked working with him. He's a good guy, you know, he's fun. We get along with each other very well, you know. I do consider him as a good friend, right? And over the years, you know, obviously working together, obviously there's like trust that I have to like maintain with them, you know, a friendship that I have to work with them. Then as time goes on, you know, he basically helped me expand my PC build, right? Obviously him helping me is gonna help him, right? Now, he didn't just give me everything, like a lot of the storage devices, you know, I bought myself, you know, a lot of like say like the RAM, I bought all that myself and stuff like that. You know, there's some things that came out of my money. I bought some of my own monitors too and stuff like that. But you know, when he's able to and he does help me, right? And I appreciate that, right? So basically the point I'm trying to get at is that yes, make friends with guys like Paul. But not necessarily because you want to use him or anything like that. It's just, you know, someone that actually genuinely, you know, respects your work, compensates your work. He helps you out, like he, you know, helps me out. We get along fine. You know, we're a team, you know, we are a good team. Whereas all these other guys I fucking told you about, I worked in the past, they're just trying to get some free labor out of you. They kept asking for fucking, you know, help to put their videos together, but they never gave me any fucking money, you know, and stuff like that. And the moment I asked for any type of cash or something, they just disappeared, you know, fuck that, you know. So Yeah, learn to value yourself, learn to value your time. I mean, when you're starting out with, you want to get involved with as much projects as you want, as you can, and I get it, because, you know, you want to get involved with something, right? Because you don't know where to start, right? But yeah, it does have to get to a point where it's like, okay, you have to like value who the fuck is actually benefiting you and who is not, right? Because, you know, if you're the type that you just want to help everyone out, you know, you're just going to be that guy that helps everyone out, you know? If you're that guy that people know, yeah, I can do this for you, but I charge this amount, then the people that are not able to like pay you, they'll leave you alone. Whereas you're gonna attract people that are able to pay you, and then you start making some money. You see what I'm saying? It's definitely, you know, a law of attraction, big time. And, you know, I do believe in that stuff, a law of attraction. So, you know, if you're just someone that goes around helping people for free, then you can be that guy, you know? So yeah, you know, thanks through working with Paul, I was able to, like, you know, develop a cool workstation. And then, you know, like you said, in the final step, profit. Yeah, that's what it's about, right? I mean, like, if I continue working for people without getting any money, all that's gonna do is add to my stress levels, because I was stressed out. I was working a lot, you know, especially with that slow ass PC I had at the time. You know, I was working with my iMac that fucking took forever to do anything, you know. I did a project for one friend of mine that they did like a documentary about a brewery, and because my PC was so fucking slow, it took me forever to do anything. It actually took me a whole month to do like a 15-minute project, you know. Whereas now with the PC I have, it would have taken me maybe a couple of days, right? Just shows you the difference of having like a good, you know, workstation, right? But anyways, I don't want to linger too much on this, but yeah, I mean, man, I know you're joking. I mean, like I said, I'm not taking this as an attack in any manner. I know you're joking, right? But I think it is important to like have me talk to you guys about this kind of stuff, right? Whereas, like, you know, you gotta change your mindset about like who you're gonna work for, right? Because, you know, you're spending all this time like learning how to edit. You're spending all this time trying to, like, you know, build your PC or whatever, learning about PCs, you know, asking me these questions, you know, learning this stuff. And whereas some guys are like, oh, I can't pay you. I mean, that should be almost like an offense, right? Because, you know, you should value yourself, be like, dude, I can't do this, right? You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to like tell them to fuck off. I mean, you can, but in a respectful manner, right? But the thing is that, yeah, you have to learn to like value your time more and value your skills and give yourself more credit that you are worth it, you know? And yeah, that being said, if I was ever in a situation, someone shows up and so like, hey, I'll pay you $1 million a year if you want to like work with me instead of Paul. I mean, that would sound nice. I may be exaggerating the amount because, I mean, that ain't gonna happen. But, you know, I'm at a point now where like I think the only way I can stop working with Paul, if for some reason we don't get along with each other anymore, he quits. You know, it just becomes a total dick out of nowhere, you know, or it's just anything like that. But, you know, I like working with him. You know, we're good buddies. You know, we go to Vegas once a year. You know, for a convention. We go to Taiwan. You know, hopefully that's still accessible, mainly because of this whole COVID bullshit. You know, before COVID hit, there was plans of me going with him to Canada to go to a Linus convention, you know, so there's that. So I mean, there's a lot that can happen by having a good buddy like Paul. And not only that, like you know, I was there for his kid to be born, and I kind of got crazy for his little daughter, you know, Hannah. She's just the best, you know. I love spending time with her when I go over there, you know, and just, you know, talk to her, and, you know, it's great, you know. And we have a tribe, and I think that's a thing that people need to like learn, especially if you're a guy. You need to learn to create your tribe and respect your tribe, you know what I'm saying? You have a good group of friends that, you know, you depend on, you know, you have a team, you know. I'm sure we all had that one friend where like they'll just show up to your house and lay around all day doing jack shit, you know, watch TV or drink or smoke weed or whatever, fucking eat your food, you know. Fuck that. You don't want that kind of shit. You want a group of friends that can help you, motivate you, you know what I'm saying? You know, give you peace of mind, support you. You know, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. You know, definitely learn to value yourself and make friends like someone like Paul, because he's a good person that's helpful and supportive, right? His case, he's a PC guy, so he was able to help me out to get a better workstation, and then that in return, it made me a better editor, so I could turn around and make better content for him that you guys enjoy, right? And then in the end, yes, profit, because, you know, whether we like it or not, money is a tool. With profit, I'm able to pay my rent, pay my electricity, pay my internet, and, you know, I'm able to do what I'm doing now because of that profit, right? And by me doing this, I'm actually working towards creating a side hustle to make more money. You know, I'm not gonna lie, right? I mean, I enjoy making these videos, but I am aiming to monetize off this a little bit down the line, right? Anyways, that's all I have to say. So again, yeah, my buddy here was making a joke, and I get it. I mean, I'm not taking any offense, and I'm not attacking him in any manner, right? But I mean, I think it is important to like understand this state of mind that, yeah, it's okay to like walk away from a situation you're not happy with and also work towards something you are and maintain a good relationship with someone that actually treats you good. And that goes with anything, friends, partners, love life, whatever, go be treated best. So that's my message for this video. All right, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care and peace.